And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. We had a great show Welcome back to Takes by Fans. Today is September 9th, 2025. I'm your host, St. Nick, and we got a great show for y'all today. Alrighty, well, week one officially wrapped up in the books, folks. We had the Bears and Vikings last night, and look, folks, I've been trying to tell y'all on Caleb Williams, you gotta stop believing into him. The whole Patrick, when anybody is ever compared to Patrick Mahomes, you run the other way. Caleb Williams, I mean, he kind of came out hot. And he got a little fire lit under him during, when you're down 2 possessions and he's kind of slinging the ball. But everything else, he was not good, folks. So we break down that game from last night. We'll tell you where we were right. We weren't really wrong anywhere. We cashed out Vikings on the money line, our official pick last night. Bink. So we break down Monday Night Football, complete week one in the NFL. There are some stories in the NFL I do want to get to before we start talking that game. And then also today we are going to update our power rankings, our 1 through 32. After we've seen everybody play, let's start to move them around. And there are going to be some movements here this week, folks. So, we got all that today on the show. We will be having our live film study today, after this show, probably streaming around 1 to 3. We are going to be getting into the film. Couldn't get to it yesterday, so we're a little behind, but we're gonna be fine. We'll be fine. Alrighty, so let's just jump right into it today, and let's just start here. I want to touch on a college football story real quickly before we dive into the NFL, and it has to do with Nebraska, folks. And look, I've never been the biggest Matt Rule fan, Matt Rule believer. He was a head coach for the Panthers. He didn't really do anything for us. He went back down to the college system. The head coach for Nebraska, once again, he hasn't really been doing anything great at Nebraska. The biggest headline at Nebraska is their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes Jr., Dylan Raiola. And I've got a little theory here, folks, because yesterday on the timeline, a lot of Matt Rule coming across my desk, so I give it a little bit of a listen. And the thing about it is it is a leaked halftime video of Matt Rule when they were up 33-0. And we hear Matt Rule. I'll play a little bit of it. We get Matt Rule kind of, yelling at him. And I kind of like it, It's football, Nobody's ever satisfied being up 33-0, folks. I mean, that's classic football. This is no outlier, all right? Every coach, does some resemblance of this when they are still winning the game. So, at halftime, Matt Rule trying to get the fire still to be lit under his team's ass. And I like it. It's about 2 minutes. It's a leaked video of the halftime. And I got some goosebumps listening to it because I love this stuff. And it started to change my opinion of Matt Rule. And, I never thought I would really change my opinion on Matt Rule. But here we are. But then the more I thought about it, the more kind of puff pieces I see on social media about Matt Rule. Now kind of everybody eating him up. I got a little scenario here, a little conspiracy, because I think Matt Rule, we talk PR, shout out to Steve Ballmer, ESPN PR, trying to, ease the tensions with this whole Kawhi Leonard fake tree business. So shout out to PR. But I think Matt Rule has a little PR of his own going on because Matt Rule is not the headline here at Nebraska. Like we said, it's Dylan Raiola. Patrick Mahomes, mini-me of Patrick Mahomes. He dresses just like him. He auras just like him. It's a little ridiculous, but I think he said he's got a quote of something like God made me look like him or something. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think I saw it once. I was like, what the hell is this guy talking about? But I digress. The big headline at Nebraska football is the quarterback, not Matt Rule. So I think Matt Rule is getting a little PR. A little paying for a little PR. He'd be like, hey, I want that light. Because maybe I'm trying to get back in the NFL here. And if I have Dylan Raiola take all the credit, everyone's going to forget about little old Matt Rule, little old me. So I think this leak, this halftime speech leak, not too much of a leak. Okay, I think this was put out on purpose because when you look at this video, I mean, this was shot 4K Ultra HD. I mean, look at this camera. I mean, just look at the zoom on this camera. This is fantastic. I mean, he's shooting it between players' heads. You're getting a clear visual of Matt Rule's face, clear 4K. The camera's panning. Usually, I mean, a true leaked video, it's like somebody's holding like a phone at their side and you see just like inside the shirt. That's like a true leaked video, not this. Not this. This is a production. So, I don't know. Just be wary, folks. Be wary if you hear a lot of positive spin about Matt Rule this week, okay? I think he's paying for it. I think he's paying for the PR here. So now I don't know where to stand on Matt Rule because if you're paying for the fluff pieces to come out and to get, good buzz about you, I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. So that's Matt Rule. That's all I had to say on the subject. So am I a believer in Matt Rule? I'm gonna table that. I'll keep watching. I'll keep looking for information on if I believe in Matt Rule or not. But I think not. I think I'm going the other way again. All right. Let's switch to the NFL now here, folks. And before we start breaking down the game, before we start with our power ranking reorder, let's touch on some stories, what's going on here in the NFL, what the narratives are in the NFL. And first and foremost, folks, I told you it was going to get annoying, and it only really took one full week. It really only did. The NFL official Twitter page, we talked about this when we were breaking down the game yesterday, but NFL tweets out the video of Josh Allen directing James Cook which way to run behind his back. And then he runs into the wall and gets no yards. And the NFL posts a highlight and says, caption, so subtle with it. Shh. Ooh, look at Josh Allen, so subtle with the bad call. Hey, James Cook, why don't you run to the left where you're going to run into everybody? Very good. He's so subtle. Shh. Smooth with it. Watch Josh Allen point. Josh Allen's such a good pointer. I mean, I don't know if there's a better pointing quarterback in the NFL, to be honest. I don't know if Patrick Mahomes can point like this. I've never seen Patrick Mahomes point like this, folks. I mean, if you're Bills Mafia, you got to be jazzed and amped because you got finally a quarterback that can point. I mean, this is groundbreaking. The league better be put on notice. Somebody that can point like that? Wow. He's so subtle with it. Shh. I mean, this is what we're talking about here, folks. This is what gushes. This is what the NFL gushes over. Josh Allen pointing into a run that gets 0 yards. I told y'all the over gush of Josh Allen this season was going to reach unbearable levels. And here we are 1 week in, and we're already exceeding that. We're already exceeding that, folks. I mean, just absolutely ridiculous. Ridiculous. Man, oh man, the gold shield before the season, now this. I mean, the comeback, I'm not going to be able to deal with it, folks. I'm telling you right now, I will lose it. I will probably go clinically insane this year and have to get locked up because y'all oversuck of Josh Allen. I'm telling y'all right now. It's on the record for my documentary. Play this back. Well, I never thought St. Nick would really just snap like he did. He went wild. We never saw it coming. I'm telling you, it's coming, folks, okay? So please stop with the Josh Allen. I mean, him already winning the game was enough. It's enough. But we digress. Let's keep moving on here. We get an injury update on George Kittle, and the Twitter medical doctor was kind of spot on so far. He was expecting George Kittle to miss several weeks here, and that's exactly what we get. George Kittle will miss a few weeks with a hamstring injury per Kyle Shanahan. And not only that, Brock Purdy a little banged up, something we never really even saw. This was breaking yesterday. But quarterback Brock Purdy is dealing with a left shoulder injury and a toe injury, with the toe being the more significant injury. So, I mean, both are not good. You got to, set your feet and drive through your feet. You got to, obviously, your shoulders got to be good. You're slinging the ball with your shoulders. So, once again, folks, I mean, everybody gushed about the Niners, Vegas, and all that, but they're slowly dropping like flies after they've been injured all offseason long. So we think we made the right call. Rams winning the division plus 200. It's great value. This Niners team, it's not looking good early. All right, next up here, can we please stop? I thought I told y'all to stop this the last time they got a trade done, and here comes another one. Why are we making deals with the defending champions? That should be public enemy number one, and nobody should even be talking to this team. Nobody should be doing any deals with this team. Oh, you want a player? No. Why am I going to make you better? Hey, folks. Players go after players that think that they can help win them games. And I know the Jags think, well, we got rid of this player. He's really not that good. I kind of disagree. The Eagles are trading for running back Tank Bigsby. The Jags receive a fifth and sixth round picks. So 5th and 6th round pick from the Eagles go to the Jags in trade for Tank Bigsby, their number 2 running back, folks. And I know Travis Etienne had a fantastic game, 140 plus rushing yards, but you've seen enough where you can just get rid of Tank Bigsby like that? I believe in Liam Cohen, so, I'm sure he knows what other pieces he has, but I've never heard of LaQuint Allen Jr. or Byshul Tuitt, folks. Come on. So after the Jags just had a great week 1 where Trevor Lawrence, wasn't playing like Patrick Mahomes or Josh Allen, you get rid of one of your, kind of proven good running backs to the defending champions. So I don't know. I don't know what we're doing anymore, folks. Why are we making the better teams good? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And I get they're in the NFC. The Jags are the AFC. You're getting them out of conference. But what if you run into them in the Super Bowl, Jags, huh? Are the Jags not planning on getting to the Super Bowl this year? Is that why they did the deal? Because the Eagles are kind of still front runners. So hopefully it doesn't bite the Jags in the tail. Time will tell. Alrighty, let's go here quickly. We'll touch on the Dolphins. I know y'all can sigh. Oh, it's Dolphin hour now. Settle down, folks. Settle down. Let me vent and let me say my piece, please. Alrighty, first and foremost, Tyreek Hill, I don't think he's getting traded. Can we please not do a trade in the middle of the season? Please. Can we not fire our head coach during the middle of the season, please? Let's just wait till the end of the season or wait till we're like truly out of the playoffs, like 0-8. No chance. But we still have a little bit of a chance. We have a redeeming chance to try and get back on schedule. All right. So let's not make any drastic, brash moves where we're going to tank for the rest of the season. Please. Not right now. All right. So knock it off with the trade talk. And all these sports books started to get into the trade talk bullshit nonsense. And what they were saying was driving me crazy. Because if this is what we're looking for to get rid of Tyreek Hill, we're just going to keep him, okay? No thank you. We're not going to take a lowball deal to get this man off our team to become worse and then truly have 0 chance to win. Because look, we've got no receivers to work. Look, Tyreek Hill goes, what do we got receiver-wise? We got injured Darren Waller that couldn't be healthy by week 1. And I like Nick Keaton Westbrook, but where the fuck was he week 1? Why is he not involved? Why are we not getting our tall weapons involved? I really don't understand why. We saw Tua sail the first pass of the fucking game for an interception. Hey, let's get taller, yes? Let me digress on that. I don't know where that came from. But what are these trade scenarios? What are these trade proposals that these sports books are trying to push out here. I don't like where this is going. I don't like that sports books are now trying to get involved and tank trade value, because I don't like that. You're already draining my wallet. I don't need you draining my team as well. Thank you. So this is two different sports books on low ball trash offers. The FanDuel Sportsbook, the official FanDuel. No wonder why I use DraftKings, folks, I'll tell you. But FanDuel Sportsbook, this is the trade scenario they propose with the caption saying, "Who says no?" Me, I say no. The Chiefs get Tyreek Hill, and the Dolphins get a 2026 fifth round pick, and it gets better, a 2028 seventh round pick. What the fuck are y'all talking about? You're telling me Tyreek Hill? I mean, we all saw the NFL 100, did we not? He was number one like 2 years ago. You're telling me the best we could do is a fifth round pick? Get out of here. Get out of here. And plus, it's the Chiefs, so these aren't going to be like top 3 picks. This is going to be back on fifth round, seventh round, 3 years from now, 2028. Are you out of your fucking mind, FanDuel? No, instant, no deal, no deal. Could you imagine being on Deal or No Deal and the banker calls Howie Mandel and Howie Mandel says, they're offering you a 2026 fifth round pick and a 2028 seventh round pick. I close the box as fast as I can. I slam it. I probably break it. I think it's made of glass. No deal, Howie. And if the banker ever gives me a lowball deal like that, disconnect the phone line because we're done talking. We're done talking. I'll just play it out and see what briefcase I've got. If that's how we're going to play the game. So that was FanDuel's low offer. Then we get DraftKings. And DraftKings isn't any better, but, DraftKings and BetMGM, they kind of tweeted out the same scenario. I just took DraftKings post. So here it is. Another hypo. These are just hypotheticals. Trash. The Chiefs received Tyreek Hill and a 2026 sixth round pick. And we get a 2026 third round pick. We're getting better. And a 2026 fifth round pick. So basically, we're swapping a fifth for a sixth round pick and then getting a third round pick for Tyreek Hill. Which, once again, no deal, no thank you. I mean, if we're not getting a first round pick, it's truly no. And if we're not getting 2 second round picks, then it's truly no. We'll keep them and we'll live with it and we'll all move on at the end of the season clearing house. So please don't fire anybody, Dolphins. Please don't trade Tyreek Hill. And if you do have to, for some reason, trade Tyreek Hill, please get something of value for him, please. And I don't think he's going to get traded, but the fact that the trade proposals, everybody's saying he's getting traded, all these insider sources, they're close to trading him. So let's say it is true and they are looking to potentially move them. This would make sense because what news is now ramping up now? Tyreek Hill in domestic violence instances. Stuff that we've already heard about, that he's already, been to court about. It's already been in the news. It's getting rehashed now. And what does this do? It drives down the trade value of Tyreek Hill. So teams may truly think he is up for sale, up for trade, and they're starting to do their PR. A lot of PR going on around this, folks. So, I mean, it would make sense with all these articles and now kind of rehashing of Tyreek Hill's past coming out. So we'll keep an eye out on it, but let's not make drastic changes quite yet, please. It's week 1. Let's not overreact. I know it was ugly. I know, but we didn't do the worst. We still put up more points than teams. So we could take the win. We didn't give up 40 points like the Bills. The Bills gave up 40 points. The Ravens gave up 41, but that's not the point. The point is teams did worse and teams did better than us. So let's not overreact. And also, Tua may be concussed, folks. I mean, honestly, he took some big hits in that game. And after those hits, I mean, Tua was truly not even locked in. I mean, we saw him like goofing off on the sideline, big smile, laughing, goofing when we're being down in the season opener. I mean, honestly, folks, I think Tua got concussed real early in the game and then thought it was preseason. I'm going to be honest with y'all. Because that did not look like Tua taking this game seriously. And we have never really seen that by him. I've never really seen Tua not take the game serious. So I really think Tua had a concussion. Because look, after the game, look at Tua go up to Daniel Jones. And like, gosh, and have the biggest smile on his face talking with him. Like, you deserve this. Enjoy it. You've earned this. Like, how about you shut up, say good game, and move on like everybody else does? Stop praising the guy that was known in the media as trash and now is known as good because he destroyed your ass. So, I don't know, folks. Tua may be concussed and still thinks it's preseason. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. All right, final thing here on the Dolphins, and then we truly move on, folks. I'm sorry. But and once again, I mean, I know we scored in this game, but this is how we scored, folks. Take a look at this. I mean, we talked about it as well yesterday, but it's still on my mind. It gets me mad every time I see it. We go 4th and goal from like the 11-yard line, and our genius play caller, Mike McDaniel, calls a running back swing pass. Now, granted, it works, so all that, blah, blah, blah. But, I mean, this doesn't work, folks. I mean, it almost got blown up at the 2-yard line. Luckily, Devon Achane is an absolute dog. The only person giving any effort week 1 for the Fins. I mean, this is an abomination of a play call, honestly. Honestly. I mean, if the defender doesn't slip there, I mean, this goes for negative yards. I mean, this is really bad. This is really bad. So, Mike McDaniel's a bad play caller, folks. He's not a head coach. I mean, we're going to get it. We're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show when we get to the game. But these head coaches, they need to stop. You've got too much on your plate. You need to settle down. If you want to be an offensive coordinator, if you want to call plays, you're a coordinator. You're not a head coach. I know some of these head coaches call plays. Andy Reid, Kevin O'Connell. There's always exceptions to every rule, folks, okay? Stop it. But if you want to call plays, be a coordinator. Stop being the head coach. You've got too much on your plate. Mike McDaniel wants to be the play caller. Well, now he can't keep the locker room straight because he's so focused on the offense, getting Tua right, getting the scheme right. He can't get the rest of the team on the same page. You've got too much on your plate, Mike McDaniel. Possibly Ben Johnson as well. Possibly. We'll talk about it. But this was an abomination of a play call on 4th down. Don't care it scored. I do not care. All righty, we're done with the Dolphin talk. We've got all our stories out. We can finally move on to the trash Fins. All right, here we go. I mean, this is too funny, folks. The New York Post. New York football, folks. It's too funny. New York Post on the cover says, so now he can play with Aaron Rodgers on the front cover. No, he could always play. It's just, the media, y'all, New York Post, are so brain dead you don't know what good football is. You're so quick to, rat on your own team and knock your own team and make the headlines. We gotta sell papers. Knocking and, making your own team look like shit. This is all you're doing. I mean, New York media can't even look in the mirror and be like, hey, maybe we're part of the problem here. Aaron Rodgers could always play. We told y'all, why are we not celebrating Aaron Rodgers, Steelers fans? Why are we not betting their win totals? Why are we not betting his passing yards? I tried to scream it to y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen. New York Post didn't want to listen. So, this is what y'all get, New York sports, New York sports media. You get shit teams because y'all destroy your own teams. And then you wonder why, now he can play. He could always play. You just had shit offensive talent and fired your head coach 4 weeks into the season. So, New York Post, I mean, what a rag. What a rag that is, folks. No? All righty, here. Let's keep moving on here. And I mean, clock management, game awareness, situational management has kind of been at the forefront at week 1. We saw it in the Bills game. We saw it in the Vikings game last night. We have to get better, especially the Ravens and Harbaugh. You have to get better at situational awareness. You guys are always leading by double digits. You guys have to start bleeding the clock. We just went over it. You scored too fast to begin with. This offense is so explosive. You can literally score in 1 minute flat or less, 7 points. You're not bleeding any time during your drives. You have to start running out the clock. I mean, here we go. 40-32. So they're still up 8 after a little beef. 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. They're snapping the ball with 23 seconds still left on the clock. That should be bled down to 3 seconds maximum or minimum every single play. So Harbaugh has to start instilling this in the team. We need to bleed the clock. We're always pretty much playing with the lead. We have to start bleeding this time down. Do not leave any second. We've seen Patrick Mahomes go down 13 seconds. That's all it takes. They just did it again. 13 seconds from the end of play to run the field goal team on to go get it done. Teams can move the ball. Good teams can move the ball instantly. Got to start bleeding the clock here. Got to start having better situational awareness. Once again, stop having these head coaches have all these more duties on their plate. Stop it with having more responsibilities on your plate. Stop having to call the offensive game plan and just trying to run the entire team and game. Save that for your offensive coordinator. Head coach should have the entire team under their thumb. Head coaches should be, game planning and in-game situational awareness. The head coach should be on it. Every scenario, they should be on it. So Harbaugh has to get better. Lamar Jackson, he has to get better. Do not snap this ball with 23 seconds on the clock, please. Alrighty, now we're shifting into some bad news here. I got some bad news for players. I got some bad news for coaches. The first one, I got some bad news for Drake Maye. Uh-oh. The media darling quarterback maybe isn't as good as he's made out to be because Jalen Polk posts a picture of himself on Snapchat with the caption saying, free one. Oof. 1 weekend and we got receivers already trying to leave New England. Not a good look for you, Drake Maye. Not a good look. Alrighty, now we go to the Tennessee Titans. And this one, you got to fire them immediately. Once again, head coaches with too much on their plate because I'm pretty sure Callahan is also calling the plays here. I got to double check it, but we get Callahan, the Titans head coach, at the podium. We know of a play where the receiver came down with the ball elbow inbounds. Called incomplete. The Titans don't challenge. And they potentially could have beaten the Broncos. I mean, that was a close game all throughout. But we get Callahan at the podium, and listen what this man says. He blatantly admits he doesn't know the rules.
Yeah, you got to get a foot inbounds too, which we didn't have a clean look at whether his foot was down as well. An elbow doesn't equal 2 feet, so his foot would have had to come down as well. We didn't have a clean look, so the call from upstairs was that it wasn't worth challenging.
One elbow does equal 2 feet. How about you look at the rules there? He says, no, well, the elbow was down. We didn't have a clear look, and you still need the foot in, so we just didn't. I got the call from upstairs. We didn't. Well, now nobody knows anything about the rules here in Tennessee because you just need the elbow. You just need the elbow. Unfortunate. So your head coach doesn't even know the rules. What other head coach did we know that didn't know the rules? Oh, yeah, Kyle Shanahan, the Super Bowl head coach that, lost the Super Bowl because he didn't know the overtime rules. I mean, it's getting absurd levels here, folks. I mean, we all put, the blame on the quarterback and all that, the players. When we got these coaches that preach, you got to put in the time, you got to put in the effort, you got to start studying the playbook. They don't even know the fucking rules. So please, everybody out there, everybody loves to gatekeep football. They love, if you could do so much better, then why don't you do it? Well, I could tell you if I was a head coach, I would know the fucking rules. I would tell you that. So please spare me on the gatekeeping. If you can do better. I can. I've been telling y'all for the last 3 years I can. So head coaches, folks, and another thing that's driving me crazy with head coaches, stop looking down at the podium. Stop wearing hats that cover your eyes and you're looking down at the entire. How about you fucking look them in the eyes? How about you be a man and look them in the eyes? I mean, I'm sick of it. Adam Gase always looked down. We get Callahan right here looking down. I think, what's his name? From the Bears. I think he was looking down yesterday. I got to double check. But, I mean, it's coach after coach looking down. You're supposed to be a leader of men. And you can't even look reporters in the eyes to answer their question? Oh, not a good look. Not a good look at all here. Alrighty, more bad news, and this time comes from Mark Andrews. Mark! Plenty of instances, the tape, where we're seeing players just give no effort. Zero effort. And that's an abomination. Honestly, to give up no effort and almost get your teammate killed or your quarterback sacked while you giving no effort and it's on tape, it's on film for everybody to see? Not good. And we get it a little bit here by Mark Andrews. Here we go, number 89. Hands the ball off to Zay Flowers, and this is in the crucial time where they beef it. A minute 40, down 2 or up 2. We get Mark Andrews just not blocking anybody. Let Zay Flowers get brought down. I mean, what is the effort given here? Do we want to play football or not? I mean, a lot of players have to ask themselves this question. It was all over the field, multiple teams Sunday. Players taking multiple plays off. We know Mark Andrews took the 2-point conversion off in the playoff game last year against the Bills. So once again, all these players being shit and then getting their quarterback killed and then also getting their quarterbacks killed in the national media. Lamar Jackson, I mean, he's the issue here in Baltimore. It's not, the head coach and the situational awareness and Derrick Henry fumbling and Mark Andrews fumbling the 2-point conversion and Zay Flowers. I mean, what is football nowadays? What is football? Get it together, truly. Alrighty, more bad news. More bad news. The fan that was kind of, a little rough with DeAndre Hopkins and Lamar Jackson at the Bills game, he has been banned from the Bills Stadium and all NFL stadiums. We gotta keep our hands to ourselves, folks. Truly, do not touch other people. You don't know what they're going to do. And we all just got to keep our hands to ourselves. Why do you got to touch somebody else? What's up with that? Knock it off. Have some discipline. Be respectful. And don't touch the opposing players. It's a little different when they leap into the stands and, you're patting them on the shoulders. Yeah. But even people in that case, we've seen multiple instances where people are going for the butt and the crotch instantly. It's like, well, y'all settle down. Jeez Louise. So he's banned. And I think rightfully so. We gotta stay disciplined. Disciplined, folks. We just talked about it. The players having to be disciplined, not shoving the quarterback on the sideline, even though he tiptoes, even though he's going to throw a shoulder. That's unfortunately the game. Don't get got. Stay disciplined. And don't force him out of bounds. Don't go crazy smacking and pushing people on the head. All right? Banned. All right, the final thing before we start breaking down the game from last night. we do have confirmation that Russell Wilson is going to be the week 2 starter here. But Brian Daboll, I think he's chomping at the bit to start Jackson Dart. But I believe that he can't because they already promised Russell Wilson the entire start for the year. And then Brian Daboll made a comment at the podium this week after the game about, today actually, about changing schematically. Like somebody brought up, hey, we got to change our offense schematically. And once again, what have we been saying? We're going to look at it today in our film study, our film review. How is that offense looking? What were the play calls at the time in the game? Because there's no reason why that Giants offense should be putting up 6 points. Not good. So we look at Brian Daboll today, but he is going to stick with Russell Wilson in week 2. Alrighty, those are all the stories we had to touch upon before we start breaking down the game from last night. So let's get into it. Yes, the Vikings get the win 27-24. And, I think rightfully so. Stop it with the Caleb Williams, folks. He's not it. He's not it. It's not clicking. Caleb Williams, a good athlete, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have the mental to be a quarterback. He cannot lock in. I compare him all the time to Kyler Murray. I see the resemblances in literally everything they do. They've got big, high ceilings, but they will never lock in. They are not going to take it seriously. They treat it as just like a job. All right, I clocked in, I clocked out. I did what the coach said. The coach said an hour of film study. I did an hour. Well, you can also do more. I believe Caleb Williams is doing the bare minimum out. Bare, pun intended. Bare minimum, Caleb Williams. Where J.J. McCarthy, I don't feel the same. And honestly, folks, I don't like to use this phrase, ball knower or ball. But if you watch this game, just watch this game, folks. It is night and day, the difference from the head coach of the Vikings, the head coach and quarterback of the Vikings, and the head coach and the quarterback of the Bears. One, it's a room filled with optimism, glass always half full. We're not going to get too down on ourselves no matter the scenario. And I'm always going to have my guys back. I'm always going to be positive, and we're not having, little tantrums, we talk about it, body language, body movement, your face. How are you talking on the sideline without talking? It's all night and day. Vikings, all positive, optimistic. Bears, negativity. Looking for something to go wrong. Oh, that wasn't 100% right. Oh, now I'm mad. It is night and day, folks. I've gotten plenty of examples. This should be, once again, I don't like using those phrases, but, if you didn't see any of that while watching the entire game, you don't know ball at all, and I'm sorry for that. So let's start here with it. Right here, clear examples. Here he is, Ben Johnson on the sideline after a Caleb Williams incompletion. We see him shaking his head. God damn, he says. We can read the lips. Big sigh. Now I get it. It's frustrating. Oh, incompletion, turnover, not scoring. I get it. Very frustrating. But we're here for the entire game, are we not? Did we not learn anything from the Ravens-Bills game? You play 60 minutes. And this is another thing. Can we all please stop tweeting during the game? After the first 2 drives, oh, we knew J.J. McCarthy wasn't good. We knew Caleb Williams was him. Now everybody's deleting and walking everything back. Can we please let the entire game finish out before we talk? I hate it. Y'all always, text me during the games with all this. I'm like, it's driving me crazy. I'm like, please don't stop. Let's see how the game plays out. Because it's a full game. All right, you got out to a slow start. Did you fix it? Josh Allen gets out to a slow start and fixes it, and he's praised as the greatest human being ever to walk this earth. JJ McCarthy does it. Oh, wow. Not that impressive, actually. Okay. So please stop. We take the complete game as the body of work. Please stop just pointing out one or two instances. If it keeps up, then yes, but it didn't with J.J. McCarthy. He got better as the game progressed, while Caleb Williams got worse. So stop live tweeting the games. Please. It drives me nuts. So, Ben Johnson, 3 straight incompletions, very frustrated, but you're still up at this point. You can still turn it around. But now, how do you think Caleb Williams feels when he sees this? It's going to probably get him down on himself, maybe, get in his head more. I mean, what people don't realize, now everybody's in their head. Now the head coach is mad. He's showing his, frustration. Now the tension's high. We're all in our own head trying to be perfect now, which I don't think leads to successful play. You play loosey-goosey, you play better, in my opinion. When you don't got a negative Nancy breathing down your neck, I think you play better. And we saw that by Kevin O'Connell. And once again, we just need these 2 quick videos, these 2 quick shots. They tell the tale of these teams, and they tell the tale of this game. Kevin O'Connell, J.J. McCarthy rushes in for the touchdown, and you see him fired up. Yeah! Woo! Because that's how Kevin O'Connell is. I mean, I saw multiple times where a team's scoring and everyone's just so stoic. I mean, you got to get excited a little bit. A little fist pump at least, a little, yeah. I get not gushing and, doing like what the Jets did, Robert Saleh hugging, Aaron Rodgers every time, but showing some sort of emotion. Get your guys going. Get your guys back on that kind of good mood. Oh, yeah, coach is good. We're back in the game. Our quarterback's a leader? Yeah. Now there's optimism on the sideline. Hey, we can do this. The Buffalo Bills, Josh Allen, he was saying the same thing. He was saying, yeah, fans were leaving. But me on the sideline, I was telling our teams, we can do it. We're still in this game. Don't get down. Don't leave the stadium. And shame on those Bills Mafia, honestly. These Bills Mafia, they like to talk the big game, right? Oh, our team is so good. We're so faithful. We're there to the end, blah, blah, blah. And then it gets a little rough against the Ravens and everyone starts leaving the stadium. The last year, the stadium will be there. So everybody in Bills Mafia is so fake and all that. Don't let them trick you, folks. But back to the game from last night. Love this by Kevin O'Connell. And he never gets down. He never gets down on J.J. McCarthy ever. Even after the pick 6. Do you know what Ben Johnson would have done if Caleb Williams threw a pick 6? He would have snapped the clipboard over his knee. He would have snapped his headset in half. He would have grabbed Caleb Williams by the jersey. Get over here. Start yelling at his face. Spit going everywhere. He'll probably pull up, get some nail polish remover and be like, get that off your nails now. You didn't earn it. And that's not going to make Caleb Williams feel good. He'll get in his head because we know the type of player Caleb Williams is. We know his emotions. We know him. He's going to get in his own head. So that should have told you instantly that we should not be betting the Bears. It's all doomsday over there. All doom and gloom, even when they were winning. A little still doom and gloomy. Ben Johnson never giving any really positive praise during the game when they're winning. I don't know if that's the right move as a head coach. And I know all these boomers out there, oh, you don't know football. You got to be hard on them, blah, blah, blah. Actually, you don't. Actually, look at some of the past Super Bowl champions. And I know Bill Belichick, blah, 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 blah. Exceptions to every rule. But I think that's not the way to go about it anymore. Don't think so. So, Kevin O'Connell, love him on the sideline, jazzed up. We get him in the locker room after the game. Listen to him. How he speaks about J.J. McCarthy. You got to love it. This is after a game in the locker room. Kevin O'Connell.
This happens. This feeling that we have right now does not happen without one other guy. all right, did not go the way any of us wanted. This guy, all right, I could tell from the jump, he was poised. He was poised. But this guy didn't quit. Me and you always thought he would figure it out. 2 passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown all in the second half.
Man, I get goosebumps listening to that. And then we get J.J. McCarthy, because he obviously, praising J.J. McCarthy there. We get J.J. McCarthy fired up. He's firing his team up. They're all loving him. They all believe in him. Then he goes
That's why you guys put a C on his chest. That's why he's going to break his neck.
You put a C on his chest. You believe in him. He believed in y'all. Nobody got 2 down. Even after that pick 6, we're down double digits, and y'all rode with him. And he rode with y'all. And we all believed in each other, and we never got 2 down. And we're not saying fuck on the sideline all the time. No. Man, I get fucking goosebumps listening to this. This is football. This is a complete fucking team. And goddamn, folks, nothing gets me more jazzed than a good coach, a good quarterback, and a good-ass locker room. And the Vikings have it all in spades.
On to the next one, boys.
This is a team. Every team in the NFL should be looking at this Vikings team. This is the blueprint right here. Brian Daboll doesn't do this in New York. Brian Daboll's a Debbie Downer all the time. His locker room's not like this. Shout out. I cannot shout out. Give it up for him. This Vikings team. They're winning the division, folks. I'm telling y'all. Y'all can keep the Lions and all that. Jared Goff is so good. Shout out the Packers, but I still got the Vikings. So, we talked about just the overall tone of these teams. Completely different, and we saw it clear as day yesterday. Now, what else did we see clear as day yesterday? Caleb Williams being so inconsistent. This is why I call him Kyler Murray, because yes, they're both so athletic. Their speed is great. It translates well. We saw it by Caleb Williams last night. We see the high ceiling potential. We see some throws made by Kyler and Caleb, and we're like, damn, yeah. Just like that Daniel Jones throw against the Dolphins. We're like, damn, we know he can make that throw, but they're not consistent with it. And we saw that by Caleb Williams. After everything was kind of, after the scripted plays were out of the way, he wasn't good. We get multiple misses, bad misses. Here we go. This was 4th down. 4th down, the receiver's open. And, he misses them bad, folks. So bad, like 3-5 yards ahead of the receiver. And he's wide open. Can't miss this throw. We get this one by to DJ Moore. That would have, man, they would have scored a touchdown. I think this would have made it a 3-point game. This may have been to actually take the lead, I think. Or actually not, it wasn't. But we get, this is a wide open touchdown, dude. Wide open touchdown after the play previous to this was a good completion by Caleb Williams. We had a good throw and then a wide open DJ Moore, and he overthrows him. This is in the clutch now. So inconsistent, folks. Wide open. He's missing these throws. You cannot miss those. So we saw Caleb Williams get worse as the game got on. And even when he was having success, it was dinking and dunking. He was, all right, check, nothing open, dink it down. And once again, we're going to have to go in the All-22 to see if there truly was anything open or not. But, he was dinking and dunking even when they were putting up the points. All right, the other critique I have on Caleb Williams from yesterday is what are we wearing, dude? What are we wearing? You're a mobile quarterback. Do not have any loose-fitting clothing. Why are we wearing an undershirt? Like, obviously, this isn't the biggest deal, but it just speaks to the quarterback position has to be a different breed, folks, truly. Mentally, physically. And I don't know if Caleb Williams is there mentally. Why are you giving the defenders any other thing to grab onto? You're not even tucking in your shirt. I was literally watching him. Folks, they had the camera in the locker room, so when I say this, don't get weirded out. But I was watching this man dress for the game. There was a camera in the locker room, folks. It was on ESPN. Stop it. but he was putting on his pads, and I saw him wearing this shirt. I was like, oh, he's going to go and tuck it in his pants. And he never did. Why are we not tucking this shirt? Why are we got long-ass sleeves on that a defender could try and grab at and pull you down by? I mean, they'd be pulling people's hair, folks. Everything's fair between those white lines. I mean, we saw Justin Jefferson. I was surprised. I mean, the man was, dude, iced out during the game. I mean, he had these thick-ass chains on, and those diamonds were dancing, folks. I think that's why he missed that one catch, you know, the one that was a little low but still needed to be made. Because I think he got blinded by his own diamonds. He went to go look down where the ball was, and he drops it. So just, I mean, a subtle detail here, folks. Very subtle. But you got to tuck in the shirt. I mean, this is not good. Do you see anybody else with these long shirts untucked? No. So, not great here. Not great here by Caleb Williams. I tried to tell y'all. Y'all didn't want to listen. I digress. Vikings get the win, 27-24. Here we go, stats-wise. J.J. McCarthy, 13 of 20. 65% completion percentage. It was 143 yards. Once again, you know, very, very slow start, but he got it right. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. The interception was very bad. It was a pick 6. Not good at all. But once again, he overcame it, so we got to give him credit. Jordan Mason looked good running the ball. Looked explosive. Was able to find yards when Aaron Jones couldn't. They started with Aaron Jones, but he was getting about like 1 yard. They go to Jordan Mason, and he was running pretty good out there. So potentially watch out for him to get kind of number 1 carries. You know, it screwed me yesterday. I took Aaron Jones, 50-plus rushing yards at plus money. I got swindled by Vegas. They knew what they were doing. But Jordan Mason, 15 rushes for 68 yards, average 4.5 yards per carry. That was fantastic. J.J. McCarthy showed off his legs a few times. 2 rushes, 25 yards. We saw that touchdown run. Got everybody amped and jazzed. And then we had Aaron Jones, 8 rushes for 23 yards. Not that good. Justin Jefferson, a little bit of a lull game, but came through when he needed to. 4 catches, 44 yards, and had a nice touchdown. Aaron Jones wasn't the runner, but was the receiver. 3 catches, 44 yards, and had that huge touchdown. J.J. McCarthy, the ball on that. Woo-hoo-hoo, baby. Absolutely fantastic. Scores a touchdown. Jalen Naylor, 1 catch, 28 yards. T. Hawk, 3 catches, 15 yards. And we know Addison was suspended for the game. But Vikings get the win, 27-24. Flip side, Caleb Williams, 21 of 35 for 210 yards, 1 touchdown, no pick. Missed some throws, clutched crucial throws. He was also the leading rusher, 6 rushes for 58 yards. He also scored a rushing touchdown. Once again, I mean, Caleb Williams' speed is very good. Very, very good. But we got to hone in that game. We got to hone in seeing the field, reading defenses, knowing what's open, and being accurate. He's got a cannon of an arm, a laser of an arm. We saw that. But we got to be accurate. We got to be consistent with our accuracy as well. All right, DJ Moore, the leading receiver, 3 catches, 68 yards. Wide open. Caleb Williams misses him, unfortunately. Roma Dunze, got to start getting him more involved. 6 catches, 37 yards, only 37 yards, 1 touchdown. The rookie Loveland wasn't involved too much. 2 catches, 12 yards. So that was mostly the game there. The stats we broke down. Some questionable calls, no calls, I will say. Do I got these somewhere? A couple of plays here. Probably don't love the calls. We got the one with TJ Hawkinson. I think this should have been a fumble. T-Hawk down, but the only contact was the punch of the ball. I kind of like this as a fumble, but they rule it as down. All right. We get this one, the pass interference on Jalen Naylor. Very, very bad. Gave him the first down here. Don't like this call at all. We kind of see Jalen Naylor slip as he's coming across the middle. They call pass interference, bad call there. And then another bad call going against the Bears here. They call holding on this. Don't like that. You pull the defender, you pull the defender down, he falls, and then you get on top of him. That's not a holding. Don't like that at all. So, some bad calls overall. Did they impact the game? A tad, but still at the end of the day, it was Caleb Williams not being able to kind of finish himself. So I can see the frustration with the Bears fans on some of these calls, though. All right, and then the final thing to close out this game, the clock management, the situational awareness. It was confirmed by Ben Johnson that he told the kicker to kick the ball out through the end zone, so it saved the time. Obviously, didn't go through the end zone. It went deep. The Vikings return it, and the Bears are left with like 2 seconds left with the ball. So Ben Johnson, he called the right game plan. Kicker couldn't execute. But just another thing that I love, just absolutely great coaching here. The Vikings kick returner catches the ball in the end zone, and he instantly looks to Kevin O'Connell. All right, what do I do? Do I return this or do I kneel? And he sees it. He locks eyes with Kevin O'Connell. He returns it, which you should have. Eat up time over that 2-minute warning. And we see Kevin O'Connell say, yup, look at these dummies. Come in, baby. Come in. Take it out. It's just so good. Such a well-coached team, well-oiled machine. And another reason why everybody overlooked this Vikings team, folks. This is a great team overall, and it's because they got a great leader at the head coaching position, Kevin O'Connell. So now, folks, Caleb Williams has now lost to Jaden Daniels, Drake May, and J.J. McCarthy. Caleb Williams is now 0-3 in matchups against that 2024 quarterback draft class. So maybe Caleb Williams shouldn't have been that undisputed, undebatable number one. Alrighty. That is, I think we can squeeze it in. Can we squeeze in our power rankings? Can we squeeze that in? I think we can. Let's squeeze it in. Here we go. Week 1 in the NFL is completely in the books. So now let's reorder our top 32 here in the NFL. And let's start here at the bottom. We got the Saints. We can still keep them very, very low. The Titans, I'm actually going to move up a little bit. So let's recrown a new number 31 team. And I got to go Carolina. Carolina's getting dropped. I think I had them at like 28, 29. They're now the 31st worst team. 30th, we are going to go. We got to drop some teams down here. 30th. I'm going to move the Browns down to 30. We'll keep the Titans at 29. Well, yeah, we'll put the Titans at 29. They move up a little bit. Pretty impressive to kind of go a little toe-to-toe with that Broncos team. A lot of drops by the receivers. So I'll give the Titans a little credit. We'll move them up a little bit. Who has to come down? Who's got to come down a little bit? Not dropping anybody big down. We are going to have to drop the Dolphins down a little bit. Let's drop the Dolphins down a little bit. We'll drop them down to probably like 25 for now. We're going to put the... might have to drop them down more. Sheesh. We're going to put the Dolphins at 28, I think. We got to see something. I got to drop them down egregiously bad. All right, 27. Actually, you know what? I'm going to move the Bears down. I'll move the Bears down to 28. Bears down to 28. Dolphins at 27. Actually, I'm going to put the Patriots. I'm moving the Patriots down. Patriots down to 27. Dolphins at 26. Well, the Raiders at Seahawks. Seahawks got to drop. Seahawks dropping. Yeah, we'll do it like that. Seahawks at 27, Patriots at 26, Dolphins at 25. We'll have the we'll do the Cardinals at 24, Raiders at 20. No, I'm flipping them. Raiders at 24, Cardinals at 23. Now we're cooking here. Now we're moving. Let's move these Giants down. Got to move these Giants down. I got to move them down a little bit more. Actually, I mean, I'm going to put the Dolphins above them, honestly. We put up more points. No. Yeah, I like it here. We're not overreacting on the Dolphins' loss. Not overreacting. Well, if we see it again next week, we move them down more. Alrighty. All right. We're liking this. We have the Raiders above them. We'll keep the Cardinals above them. Jets above them. All right. What else do we got? 20. All right. We'll keep the Raiders at 23. I like that. Cardinals at 22. I want to move the Jets up a tad, but I don't know if there's anybody else I can move down. Broncos. Oh my God. Yes, the Broncos was the other team I got to move down. And honestly, I'm putting the Broncos under the Dolphins and under the Giants. I think the Broncos got exposed. Bo Nix finally exposed. We drop them down. All righty. Now I think we're good. Top 20 now. Top 20. We're going to keep the boys at 20. I'll keep the boys at 20. They showed a little promise. I'm going to give them a little credit. Brian Schottenheimer impressed me a little bit. I'll put him at 20. Won't drop him down. Miami's better than Seattle, yes. Miami's better than Seattle. We're not overreacting after week 1. 2 is still better than Sam Darnold. All right, top 20. Now, we got the Cowboys at 20. I'm fine with that. 19, I'm gonna move down the Niners just because of all these injuries. Squeaking out the win. Number 18. We're gonna move the Lions. We gotta move the Lions down. Big. And I'll put the Niners above the Lions. And I'm actually gonna do this. I'm putting the Cowboys above the Lions here. So Lions now at 20, Cowboys at 19, Niners at 18. I'm going to keep the Jets at 17, some promise there. All righty. I'm going to move the Jags down to 16. Trevor Lawrence, still a little bit of a liability, a little bit out there, but like the offense. We'll have the Colts at 15, some nice movement here. Actually, I'm going to have them over the not going to have them over the Falcons. Colts at 15, Falcons at 14. We keep Steelers at 13. I'm going to move the Texans down to 13. I appreciate it, baby. We moved the Texans down to 13. Moving the Steelers up to 12. Washington at 11. I got to move this Chargers team up big. I'm going to drop the Bengals down. I'm dropping the Chiefs down. I'm moving the Chargers into the top 3. And I'm moving them over the Eagles. Is that crazy? All right. I just had to get the Chargers out of the way. I mean, I'm telling y'all, the leap that Herbert made week 1 is exactly what we needed to see. This is a title contender now. All righty, so we got Texans at 13, Steelers at 12, Washington at 11, Vikings at 10. Packers are going to stay at 9. I like them at 9. Bills will keep at 8. This is what I'll do. I'll move the Chiefs down to 8. Give the Bills a lift. Give the Rams a lift. I'll give the Bills a little lift. We dropped the Bengals down to 7. All right. I think we've got it now. All right, I think I like this. So here we go, official. Let's go top down, or let's go bottom up. We've got Saints at 32nd, Panthers at 31st, Browns at 30th, Titans at 29, Bears at 28. Sorry, folks. Seahawks at 27. Oh, man. Yes. Bears at 28. Seahawks at 27. Patriots at 26. Broncos at 25. Giants at 24. Dolphins at 23. Raiders at 22. Cardinals at 21. Lions at 20. Cowboys at 19. Niners at 18. Jets at 17. Jags at 16. Colts at 15. Falcons at 14. Texans at 13. Steelers at 12. Washington at 11. Vikings at 10. Packers at 9. Chiefs at 8. Bengals at 7. Bills at 6. Rams at 5. Bucks at 4. Eagles at 3. The Chargers at 2. And the Ravens still the best team in the NFL. Just got to figure out that clock management. Alrighty, can't move the Rams. I'm sorry. Too good offensively, defensively. They stifled the Rams. 9 points, or the Texans. Come on. Don't fall asleep on those Rams, folks. I'm telling you. Alrighty. That is it for our show. We are going to be back at 1 o'clock, 1 to 3 for our live film study. We got to break down some of these games, some of these narratives, some of these plays. Is it on the quarterback, the receivers, the play calling, the head coaches? So we dive into that. So we'll be back. We got to post this, got to clip it up a little bit. So we'll take a little hour break. We reconvene at 1 p.m. Eastern time for our film study. Getting on the same page heading into week 2 so we can cash in. Alrighty. Appreciate y'all watching, listening, tuning in. We're back for our film study later today, and we're back for our show again tomorrow to break down everything that's been going on in the NFL. So I appreciate y'all. Get a great rest of your Tuesday. We'll see you on Hump Day, baby. Wednesday.